Hi guys, so I'm Alex Mormon, Senior Manager of Connected Car Program at Hyundai Motor America. And we're going to talk about the 2021 Elantra today and some of the new technologies that we're offering. There's a few kind of main pillars of tech that we're newly introducing on this car. One of them is our BlueLink connected car system. Has some new features that are pretty cool that I'll show you in just a minute. The other is dynamic voice recognition. So this is actually an internet connected cloud-based voice recognition service that you can ask questions that you wouldn't be able to ask on a system that is not connected to the internet. And then of course digital key, which actually launched on our 2020 Sonata very recently. I'll start kind of talking about digital key. So all these technologies kind of work together in a way that as an Elantra owner, it contributes to an experience where car ownership is very different than it used to be. A lot of our customers we're finding that are more tech savvy have connected homes, a lot of IoT devices in their house. They may not even need to carry their home keys with them. So what you can do is use your phone as your key. So this is the digital key app. And so what you'll notice is that it's just as fast as a key fob. So if you look at when I do a command here for the vehicle, so door lock, it just locked right now. Or if I do door unlock or trunk open, it uses Bluetooth low energy, which is a very fast frequency for when you're near the vehicle. So this is really your best option in your everyday life, kind of using it as a pure replacement for a key fob. Something else that you can do with it is you can actually share access with friends. So you can send them a text link, and then through text messaging, they can download the app, use the car for a set amount of time. You can share with family members. You can give people access to just open the doors, just open the trunk, not be able to start the car. So if you have a younger kid that needs to get something out of the trunk and you're busy or the car is not near you, you can provide that kind of access. You can share up to 4 other keys with other users. So one of the other technologies that we've had at Hyundai for quite some time is our BlueLink connected car system. So we've had BlueLink since 2012. And then we've iterated with new features with almost every single vehicle launch, and this one's no exception. So, our most popular feature is remote start. We have millions of people use it, especially in the cold winter time across the colder parts of the States. And what we want to do is really just make the experience when you get in the car as comfortable as possible. So we've been able to add a heated seat activation, heated or cooled seat if your car supports it. So even if you have rear heated seat or cooled seats, you can actually set the exact level of heated seat that you want. So you can actually, as you see here, the passenger seat I've set to level 2, the driver's seat I've set to level 3 for cooling. So you can be very specific along with temperature. What you'll find is a lot of our competitor apps from other brands will just have a setting that says like cool or warm, and you can't set up exactly how you want your remote start experience to be. So I'll go ahead and submit this. Let me take my mask off so I can do Face ID. And we'll give that a minute. So BlueLink actually works through the internet. So it's going to go through the network and then come down to the car and then activate the heated seats as I had set them up. So we'll get a look at that in a second. One of the cool things that you can do is actually you can set up your driver profile via the BlueLink app, which then saves it in the cloud so that when you send a remote command to start your vehicle or lock your vehicle or unlock it, it's going to know who sent it because of the profile that it's coming from. So you can set up some sort of initial basic settings here. So just things like if you want your clock to be 24 hours, if you want kilometers, miles per hour, what you're gonna see is we're gonna start opening this up to a lot more settings, things like radio presets, other settings that you can configure in the app. But basically everything that you configure in the car will be remembered from BlueLink. So whenever you send a remote command, the car is going to automatically adjust for you. Yep. So let's see, this is a hybrid. Let's see if it started because it's quiet. We don't know. So we're sitting in a hybrid limited model, and what you get in the limited and up is actually 2 10.25-inch LCD screens, which are the largest, highest resolution screens in the class, which are really quick, really responsive, especially when you have your CarPlay or Android Auto. It's a really great experience. And something else that we've added to the in-car experience is dynamic voice recognition. So with this, what you can do is, previously what you would do with voice recognition in vehicles is just maybe look for some locations for the navigation, just do very, very simple, basic things. But what you can do now is actually ask, about different things that are happening in the world. So say you're on a business trip. Say you're driving to the airport and you're about to get on an airplane to go to San Francisco, and you want to know what the weather forecast is like while you're on the road in traffic, so that you don't have to be distracted and pick up your phone, look at the weather. You can actually just ask the car. So let's give that a shot.
Please say a command.
What is the forecast for San Francisco next week?
There will be mostly cloudy skies with a high of 59 degrees and a low of 48 degrees in San Francisco on Sunday, November 15th.
So let's say you're curious how the stock market's doing. We can ask that as well.
Please say a command.
How is the market doing today?
Yesterday, the S&P 500 was up 1.17%. The Dow Jones was up 2.9466%, and the Nasdaq Composite was down 1.5254%. Today's stock market performance should be...
So you get the idea. It gets into quite a bit of detail. And I'll just do one last thing. So with points of interest, you can add some context around your request. So versus saying, just find me a restaurant, I can say, find me a restaurant with Wi-Fi, and it'll show up restaurants that only have public Wi-Fi available. So let's say, if you're hungry for a certain type of food, what you can do is you can say, let's give this a try here.
Please say a command.
I'm hungry for tacos.
20 results bound.
So what it's going to do is look for Mexican restaurants where tacos are available. So you can do the same thing with pizza, coffee. So it's just a much more natural way that you can speak. Let's have her be quiet now. It's a much more natural way that you can speak to the car. And the cool thing about it being connected as well is that we're going to continue to be adding the capability to answer new types of questions, understand new language. So when you're buying a package like this, it's not set in stone. Just like with software, there's going to be upgrades, and the capabilities are going to expand over time. Yeah, so one of the ways that we're kind of approaching voice differently at Hyundai is that instead of using an activation or a wake word like "Hey Mercedes," for example, or "Hey Google" or "Alexa," you would press the button like you would under normal circumstances. So the voice recognition button here, you just tap it, and then it's going to listen to you. So that way you're not going to accidentally activate it, or it's going to start listening when you don't want it to and cause a confusing situation. The other thing to point out about that is that the approach we're taking at Hyundai with technology in general is to build everything fully in-house. So a lot of other manufacturers like GM uses Alexa. You're going to start to see a lot of other manufacturers start to bring in the Google Assistant, Amazon services, things like that. But what happens is that those companies then are able to see your data, own your data. Your digital footprint becomes spread across much more than just your vehicle. So from a mobility standpoint and from a future technology interface standpoint, Hyundai's approaching it where everything is going to be controlled through Hyundai, through our technology partners specifically, so that your privacy is protected, but also your experience will be optimized in terms of within the Hyundai ecosystem versus having to do things the way Google wants you to do them, or talk the way Google wants you to talk, for example. So we're all about being technology agnostic. That's why we were one of the first to come to market with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay at the same time, not just one or the other. Some manufacturers even now, will only offer you one versus the other. So we definitely want you to be able to use whatever technology you want, but also have a great native system to fall back on that is very integrated in with the car. So even on the screen, like from a navigation standpoint, all right, so if we go to the maps, you can have a split screen, which is something that a lot of the premium companies, BMW, Mercedes, etc., have these large screens that you can do this kind of thing. So at a price point of starting around 20,000, you're really at the same level of technology from a screen standpoint, from a connectivity standpoint, that you don't really get until you upgrade to the much more premium levels of the competitors, which is something that we're really proud of in the new Elantra. So I was talking about digital key earlier. So the way that, and I can show you outside the car as well, but the experience, the way it works and the way that the digital key authenticates with the car to know that it's you if you don't have your key fob, is when you get in the vehicle, you actually put your phone on the wireless charger. The car then knows it's you. That's the equivalent of, putting your key in the ignition like you would have to do, back before everyone had the wireless start. And then you could just start the car and drive off that way. So yeah, actually the car's on right now. Let me show you the NFC tap on the door too. So I'll just show you how it would work. So this is a Android phone. You open up the digital key app. Can you see it? So, and then, you know, you just walk to the car. You can either do it wirelessly this way, like you would with the standard key fob, or you can actually walk up to the vehicle.
There you go.
There we go. So then you just get in the car, drop the phone in the wireless charger right here, and then start it up. And this is actually the hybrid model, so you're not going to hear the engine starting up, but you'll see all the systems activated. So pretty seamless process. And it's nice to not have to always carry around a key fob. Security is also a major concern. So, you know, people may be afraid of, you know, what happens if you lose your phone. You'll also get an NFC key card that looks kind of like a credit card that you can keep in your wallet. So you can go totally keyless if you like and always have that backup if your phone battery does happen to die. Something else that people ask about is, you know, when you're in an area without cellular reception, in a mountainous area, or you're driving, you know, into a national park. So the digital key app will actually let you use it for up to 15 times when you don't have cellular reception before it connects again to take that kind of situation into account. It's also really easy to activate remotely. So if your phone does get stolen, you can, you know, turn off the car's capability of recognizing your phone as the key, either in the head unit of the vehicle, on the My Hyundai website, or on the My Hyundai mobile app. So there's lots of different ways that you can quickly cut off access if your phone was to be stolen. Additionally, it's an additional login. So you do need a username and a password beyond just the security on the phone itself. So if someone was able to steal your phone, hack into it, they would still need to secure your credentials to log into the app, which by that point, you know, you'd be able to turn off access. So it's actually much more secure than a key fob in that way. Because if someone steals your key fob or you lose a key fob, it's always going to work with the vehicle. They can, you know, still go up to it and use it. But here you actually have a lot of controls. So it's much more secure solution. Digital key is available on the 2021 Elantra SEL with premium package and up, which is at about a $24,000 price point. You know, you definitely won't see digital key availability on any competitors at that price point. So it's a great package. It's available on all trim levels above that too. So you'll get it on the N line, the limited hybrid, pretty much everything except for, you know, the base vehicle and the base SEL. The BlueLink connected car system, you also get 3 years free on every Hyundai vehicle that it comes with. For the Elantra, it's actually you get the SEL convenience package, which is one package up. So with SEL, you have the SEL base, convenience, and premium package. You get BlueLink with the mid package, so SEL premium and up. All the vehicles will have BlueLink. So with that, you can, you know, track your vehicle's location, remote start your vehicle, turn on your heated seat. You can set up alerts if other drivers are driving your vehicle and you want to know if the vehicle goes beyond a certain mileage limit or goes beyond a certain speed if it's a child's car. Lots of things you can do there, as well as housing multiple driver profiles. So you can share the car with up to 3 people, and it'll remember all their settings when you do send remote commands. So that really wraps up the technology. So, you know, again, we're really proud of the Elantra in that, you know, at this point in this segment for a compact sedan that's not a premium vehicle, you really can't match it. There's really, you know, no reason from a technology standpoint to have to upgrade to premium vehicles, you know, larger, more expensive vehicles. You know, digital key, again, you know, no other manufacturer offers that, much less on a compact sedan, along with 3 years of free BlueLink, really makes for a very valuable high-tech package.